G'day guys, Matt Duff here with Surge Australia, and I'm here with one of the developers on a new indie game, Grow. So can you tell us a little bit about the game Grow?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Grow is an online multiplayer game. We're getting photobombed by the Energizer Man, which is pretty damn awesome. Online multiplayer game. Basically, you start off life as a little creature. Yep. The objective of the game is to find food around the battlefield, eat that food, and depending on what sort of food you eat, you'll change into a different character.
Right. Yeah.
So different types of food gives you different attributes. So if you eat meat, you'll turn into a tanky, beefy sort of guy.
Yeah.
And basically, we're just showing off the game at PAX here, trying to get as much feedback and as much interest as we can.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. One of the things I did really notice when I was playing the game myself was that really cool dynamic with the cross hybrid, like the breeding between the, like going for different fruits and how that'll change it up. Do you see like many different combinations coming through in the future? You're going to increase on those?
Yeah, well, basically at the moment we've got 10 possible characters. Some of those are hybrids, so you can combine different attributes to sort of find a hybrid class, something that meets your playstyle. We're looking at adding more characters in the future. That'll probably be after our proper release.
Sure, great. So do you see a release date in the future? Do you know what kind of funding you're going to be going for? Is it Greenlight? Is it?
Well, actually, Greenlight is something that we're thinking about in the very near future. Going to start up a Greenlight campaign. We're going to go for as many votes as we can. We had just basically Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
If we get on Steam, that'll basically be a really good starting point for us.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And
bit of viral media.
Yeah,
awesome. So when it comes to the actual game itself and a few of the dynamics, you've got that hybrid kind of crossbreeding thing going on, and then what do you see in terms of the player limit for like game servers and stuff like that? Because you're all versing each other with these different creatures. Is there kind of a limit on how big that can get before it becomes a little too cumbersome?
Okay, so at the moment we've basically tried the game with 16 players, so it's basically 8 on 8. Theoretically, we could have 32 players on the same server, which would be pretty crazy. Basically, what we're going to do is a lot of testing, make sure that we find a number that works for us. The main thing is that we want to serve the gameplay, make sure that everything feels good for the players.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll limit it however we have to.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as servers go, basically what we're doing is starting off with an Australian server. And as the game increases in popularity, we'll start opening up servers wherever we can.
Great, that's great. So now when it came to you guys all getting together as a bunch of developers, were you at university together or were you doing some game design course together?
Well, actually, we all met each other at university in a game design course. In our final year, we actually started tinkering around with this project. Then we kind of did nothing for a little while, as you do after university.
Exactly.
And then we decided, well, it's pretty much time to start taking this seriously. Let's try and make this into a game. Let's see if people like it.
Great.
And it turns out so far people actually have been liking it a lot.
That's awesome. So now, was it tricky getting the booth here at PAX?
Actually, it wasn't too bad. The people at PAX have been fantastic, very supportive.
Great.
They've been, the actual indie pavilion, which is something we took advantage of, makes it really easy for Australian and New Zealand devs to get a spot in at PAX. At a reduced price. We've been really happy with PAX. They're very supportive of us indie devs.
Awesome. Well, it's been great talking to you. It's an extremely unique product you have, and we're glad to have this interview. So thank you very much for your time.
Man.
It's been Surge Australia. Thank you very much.